Hi everyone and welcome to SRUC Barony campus. Today is the Horse Care Online Open Day. My name's Julia Stewart. I'm the course tutor and lecturer within Horse Care at Barony campus, and I'm just going to go through the horse care options and a little bit about the course today. And please do put any questions into the Q&A bar and we'll answer those at the end. So as I said, today we're going to look at all the horse care courses we have at Barony campus. I'm also got a little bit of a video because you're not on campus today. It's quite nice for you to be able to have a look at our stables and facilities. As also got a little video virtual tour for you as well. And as I said, please do, if you've got questions at all, put them into the Q&A bar and we'll answer those at the end of the session. So the horse care courses that we currently offer at Barony include the National Certificate in Horse Care, which is an SCQF Level 5 course, and also an Advanced Certificate in Horse Care, which is an SQF Level 6 course. Many of our students choose to start on the National Certificate course and work their way up into Advanced Certificate. We're going to look at further progression options a little bit later, but that is an option for some students, and some students may want to come straight in at Advanced Cert and then work their way up different courses at other campuses. Both of these courses are 1 year and full time, and the course start date is in September for the 2023 intake. So what are the entry requirements for you gaining access to the course? On the National Certificate, you'll require to have 3 NAT4s. You'll also require to have a 2-week minimum work experience on some form of yard or business with horses, and 2 references. We do like one of those references to be from your work experience, and then recorded evidence of your riding ability. This should include you showing you riding at a walk, trot and a canter, and jumping a small fence if possible as well. In terms of the Advanced Certificate course, it's just slightly different. You still require your work experience, your references and your riding evidence, all the same as the National Certificate. However, in terms of qualifications, you would be required to have 3 NAT4s and 2 NAT5s to gain access to this course. As part of both courses, students should be aware that you'll be undertaking morning and weekend yard duties, and these units are also incorporated into your qualification, and they are mandatory, so students should be aware of that. We do give out our weekend yard duty rotas at the start of the course so that students are aware what weekends they might be needed to work on the yard at campus. Also, just to be aware that, doing these yard duties and working on the yard, students should have an acceptable level of fitness so that they can carry out all the duties safely and effectively. And there's also riding involved within both courses as well. So what is involved in terms of teaching and learning for students that are on the course is there's a relatively high amount of practical sessions. They are more practical based. However, you will also have theory sessions on campus as well within the classroom. A lot of the units will incorporate some form of theory, and then that'll be backed up and you'll go out and learn all the different skills behind that on the yard within practical sessions. Students will also be involved with activities and lessons on the VLE, which is the virtual learning environment, through online sessions. So it's a bit of a mixed method approach. And so just now on our current timetable, students will have half a day to 1 day online per week. So it's not very much, but there is an element of online for students to be involved within the course as well. Students will also be given some directed and self-study time within their timetables to complete any coursework, any assignments that they might have due for different units that they're completing. When on the course, students are strongly encouraged to take responsibility for their own learning. So these directed self-study times are there for the students to utilise and make sure they keep up with all the coursework that's being handed out. So as part of the course, you're going to be doing some form of practical activities. You will be required to wear PPE, so personal protective equipment. Obviously, for riding, we need to make sure that you've got all the required up to standard items such as riding hat and riding boots, gloves. Body protectors will need to be worn for jumping elements within the riding activity, and also to be aware that you will need suitable clothing for working out on the yard and when riding, as well as we're obviously outdoors. Some items of PPE and clothing will be provided for students. That will include your riding boots, gloves, and a waterproof jacket. But other items that we can't provide direct due to the fitting requirements of these items include your riding hat and your body protector. And students that receive funding from items such as like EMA and bursary can also receive a form of payment towards hats and body protectors that have been fitted by a professional hat and body protector fitter. If anyone is unsure as to how to find out what is the standard that is required, we follow our BHS hat rules standards, and you can find those on the BHS website. If anyone would like those details or are struggling to find them, then please do just get in touch and we can signpost you to them. So what is actually involved in the course? Well, there's lots of different units involved. Our term time is broken up into 3 blocks, and within each block there is 10 weeks of teaching. Within each block, we will carry out different units and modules as part of the course. The national certificate includes items that are listed here. This isn't all of them, but preparation for ridden work, employability skills for working with horses, an introduction to watering and feeding, trimming, turnout and clipping, so looking at preparing a horse for competition, grooming and clothing, stable routines, and equitation as your riding units. On the national certificate, there's a little example here of some of the units that you might complete, such as tacking up for ridden competition work, horse transportation, skills for customer care, horse health, horse fitting, lunging, and again, equitation. There are various equitation units, and depending on the level that the student comes in with in terms of their riding and how quickly they progress, there's lots of different options to work their way up through those equitation units. Equitation also involves riding and hacking horses out with the arena. Students will be involved with pole work and jumping, as well as flat work and school movements as well. So what course activities will be included? Full-time attendance, as I previously said, and this will be broken up through on-campus activities and some online sessions. However, other things that will be going on are college activities. We hold horse care shows and we do things regarding best turned out, jumping, dressage. We also allow students to come onto the yard and improve their practical skills when discussed with tutors if they would like to gain some extra knowledge or practice in certain areas. And we also provide external trips and visits throughout the year as well to back up the knowledge and gain a little bit of an insight into different areas within the industry as well. Students should also be prepared to do some form of homework. You will need to do presentations, complete projects and assignments, as well as prepare and revise for exams. So those sort of study times again should be taken into consideration to use for such activities. Assessments are quite varied within the course because a lot of the items or aspects are practical based. There'll be a lot of observation checklists from your tutor with maybe backing up with some oral questioning with you completing a task. But there's also some closed and open book written assessments, and you may also be required to write up reports or assignments as part of units as well. As I previously said, students at Barony quite commonly come on at the NC National Certificate level and progress onto the Advanced Certificate in Horse Care, following which students can then potentially move on to do the HNC and HND in equine studies at Oakridge and Aberdeen campuses. And there's a newly launched last year an honours degree in equine science and management, which is available at Oakridge as well. So that's exciting in terms of all the different opportunities to progress with higher education qualifications. Some students might prefer to go straight into employment, and there's a list here, a small sort of insight into what students could do following their course at Barony in horse care. And these would include things like going into the equine industry to be a groom, a work rider, stud assistant, and some students have also gone on into the police force. There's also other areas within our industry that you can also get into with this sort of skill level that you've now gained from the NC or Advanced Certificate, which will allow you to progress with industry qualifications such as BHS, which is the British Horse Society, or UKCC, so United Kingdom Coaching Certificates, and that can allow students to get into teaching and instructing, which is a very popular job choice within the industry, or moving into the racing industry, and there's lots of opportunities there as well. So your time with us, students should be prepared to be committed to attending their classes and sessions alongside submitting all the work and assessments they have on time. And we'll be able to provide you with the experience and knowledge required to become employable in the equine industry alongside transferable skills to help you follow any path in life. Right now we're going to have a little bit of a virtual tour of the yard. We can have a look and see what the facilities are like within the Barony campus stable yard.
Hi everyone, my name is Charlotte Armstrong and I am the instructor here for the horse care courses at the Barony campus. So I cover the practical elements of each unit down here at the yard. So today I'm just going to give you a look around so you have an idea of what the facilities look like, and hopefully we will see you later in the year. So here's a look at our facilities. You can see the mirrors over there on the side of the arena and also the lights for riding in the winter months. We've got a sand and rubber surface, and there's the campus over there in the background. And then here are some of the horses in their stables. They've been out in the field this afternoon after the students rode this morning, so they're a bit tired. We've got Rommel here. Seen something. And then we've got a storage area for tack and general storage. And then we've got a heated tack room here with a sink and hot water and anything else you might need. There's another horse in here. There's Star. Everybody's a bit sleepy after being out in the field, I think. There's Dolly. And here's Ellie. Nobody's coming to say hello, they're all a bit tired. Big day. And then I'll just show you around here again. You can see the campus over there in the background. It's a really nice setting. And again, here's the arena. And then just here behind the building, we've got hay, haylage, and shavings, bedding storage, muck storage. And in here is just a feed room where we've got, again, all our mucking out equipment, there's a feed chart up there on the wall, and anything else we might need. So I hope that gives you a better idea of what our facilities look like. Hi everyone, my name is Charlotte Armstrong and I am the instructor here for the horse.
Hi guys, I hope that's given you an insight into the yard itself, so give you a bit of a chance to see the facilities and our very sleepy looking horses at Barony. If anyone has any questions at all, I'm happy to answer anything that might have come up throughout.
Hi Julia, there's one question that's came up so far. Someone's asking if they can bring their own horse.
Well, that's a good question. So within our campus, we don't have facilities for students to have horses on livery, you know, if you know, like you would on a normal stable yard. However, we do offer horses to come on working livery with us. So we do take horses in on loan, and then the horses then go home within holidays and things, and that's really quite suited to some students because they're busy studying and the horse is looked after on the yard and will get used and ridden by our students. But then at holidays and things, they then get to take them home and enjoy them in their breaks as well. So that is an option if the horse would be suitable to be used, and our instructors would be happy to discuss that further if anyone wants to look into that.
Thank you. And another question is, what are class sizes like?
Class sizes within our campus are small. As you saw there, our stable yard currently takes 7 horses. So our class sizes tend to be no larger than 12. Just now they're around about the nine students per class size. So it's really nice. It gives a sort of nice atmosphere, and we all know each other really well, and both courses as well. Both courses, we do lots together in terms of shows and trips and things. So it's a nice small class sizes here at Barony.
I think that's all the questions that we have at the moment. If anybody has any questions and they've not asked, feel free to either drop myself or Julia a little email. I will email you following this with the recording of this as well. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us on that. I think we'll leave it at that.
Yep, thanks everyone for coming. And if you, as Caroline said, if you have any questions, please do just get in touch.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye. Oh, wait a sec. We have another question that's just came in. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm just going to keep us on. Someone's just said, can this course be completed at a different stables through the SRUC?
No, because we'd need to assess you. Unfortunately, we'd need to teach you and assess you within our facilities. Their other option, if somebody's wanting to do something at a different yard, would be maybe looking into apprenticeships, which we do offer. So we do offer equine apprenticeship programs. So if that's something you're interested in, but in terms of doing the national certificate or advanced certificate horse care course, you would need to come onto campus, be able to complete that on our yard.
Thank you. Hopefully that answers your question there, Helen. If you've got any more questions, as I say, just don't hesitate to drop us an email and we'll try and answer it as best we can. Okay, thanks very much, guys. Bye.
Thank you.